Hey y'all, welcome to Joanna's Journals and Things. That's me. Today I am in a collab and I am honored to be the guest host of the Calendar Girls, hosted by Tiffany at Simply Junkin' and Journaling and Jessica, the Busy Housewife. Y'all, they will be listed in my description box along with the playlist. Make sure that you give these girls some love and a follow if you're not. And on this collab, we are supposed to use calendars. And we have to craft with calendars, so let's get crafty. Okay, here's the calendar I'm going to use. And y'all, I said yes to this collaboration before I realized what the theme was. And then I was like, I had to message Tiffany, and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm even going to do. I mean, I told her I was excited I got calendars. I showed her that they had these calendars out. And so I was excited about the calendar, but I just didn't realize the theme was s'mores, campfires, and this girl don't go camping, and I hate s'mores. So I was like, what am I even gonna do here? But I'm gonna make some tags to put on my whatnot, okay? That's what I'm gonna do. Or altered cards or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but anyways, we have to use calendar. So I do have the page, I think. Oh, isn't that beautiful? I love this calendar. This is from the Dollar Tree, and it's the painted moments. And I'm going to tell y'all, I was in there the other day, and I didn't see no calendars like this. There was only ugly ones. I love this one. This one's kind of fall, but I think I'm going to use this one. This is actually September's, and I'm not going to use this calendar. I didn't buy it to use it, per se, but I'm going to use this right here. And I'm going to use this image. There's a lot of colors on here. And I think this would look good on the back of whatever I choose for tags. I got to go put this calendar up. I'll be right back. Okay, first of all, I've got this bag from Amazon, and it is, do you hear it? It's thick. Well, it is thick. So I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to use this for my tags. So I'm just going to take my Cricut slicer, because it's 15, I think, inches. Still not big enough, but hey, we got this. Okay, let me find my crease here. And I'm just going to start slicing. Okay. It didn't go all the way to the end. That's one good strip right there. Well, it's two good strips right there. I can't count. Anyway, so how wide is this going to be? Let me see, y'all. Let me see. It's going to be about... Well, we'll cut it at right there. I don't know what that is. I don't measure, but I know where I'm at. And just to know where I'm at, I am going to put a piece of tape. so I don't mess up. Because, yeah, I don't math, y'all. I do not math. I'm just not a math. I never liked it, and I'm older, and I still don't like it. Why is that crooked? Is Amazon crooked? Like, why would that be crooked? I know I had it here, and I had it here. Yeah, y'all, Amazon's crooked. Let me cut another one. I guess I gotta go in this way, don't I? So we're gonna go, get off it. We're gonna go right here. And right here. And then I think I can cut straight right here, y'all. So, now that I got those, I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. We're going to slice this off. And then we're going to make our tags. Now, how long am I making them? Let me see. I'm going to make them 3.5 inches long. Well, let's go 4 inches long. If they're not even, it is okay. So now I know I got 6 tags here. And these will get thicker because I'm going to cover them. So I know I got at least 6, okay? So let me just show y'all what I'm going to do. I'll have more of this if I need it. You know, it's right here, yada yada, whatever. So here are little bitty calendars. I just reprinted. I got it offline for free. And I printed September, October, August. August, September. Oh, I didn't get... yeah, that's right. That's the next 3 I was thinking. November. I don't get November. Ugh. I can't see with that. Let me get my plastic ruler here. And I am going to rip, hopefully, without ripping my paper. I mean, you know what I mean. That one slips. Y'all, why did they ask me to be in their collab? Because I'm nuts, I'm telling you. Whew, almost got it. So, I'm going to go through here. Let me see, this one, will it work? Yeah. I don't like how it tears, but anywho, y'all ain't got to see me struggle with that. But I'm going to rip my calendar pieces out, okay? This one don't want to work because of the little things I put under there. So I'm going to rip my calendar pieces out, and then to fussy cut these, it's easier when you fussy cut, and I hate fussy cutting. I honestly hate fussy cutting. But when you do it, it's better to cut your single piece out. And I heard someone say, I can't remember who, to turn your scissors to the side. 1, you can see better, and 2, you can go around the corners better. And you move your paper, not the scissors, and go around there. I could have used my Cameo, my Silhouette Cameo, to do these, but you won't have that, so I'm showing you that you just simply, I'm going to start at the fire this time. Use whatever scissors are comfortable for you. I absolutely love these. I got them from the Dollar Tree, and somebody said they had them years ago and the spring came out. Well, I had a pair too. So I stretched the spring and then super glued it, and they worked for a long time until I was being goofy and cut something and nicked my scissors. So yeah, the trash they went, and then they didn't have them. I couldn't find them in the Dollar Tree for a while. Actually, when you start up here at the fire, it comes out better. But anyways, I finally found them again, so I bought a few of them. So anyway, let me cut out my pieces and rip my calendars without you having to watch all that torment, and I'll be right back. So I ended up switching to these scissors because they just work better, and I wasn't going to cut them all out, but I got the hang of it, so hey, I did it. So I took this is a dry erase marker, and I put a mark where this is supposed to be. This is actually one of my favorite paper cutters. So I am just going to start slicing to glue this on this page. I just cut my bird. So that's what I'm doing, and then I'm just going to glue these to that piece. Yeah, when I get done cutting them out. We got a hole up there, but we'll get rid of the hole. Ain't that pretty? I know. I love it. Alrighty. Save that strip because you never know, do you? So, what did I say? How long did I say these were? Oh, dummy. Y'all, I'm such a dork. We can just wipe that off now. I think I cut them at 4. Yeah, so I got to cut all these pieces at 4. So I'm going to stack them. And y'all, I'm going to cut these at one time. And that way, I won't have to do it a million times. Y'all, my husband, if you hear something, he's making coffee, okay? He's making coffee. So it cut 3 times perfect. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12. 12 pieces. Yeah, I had to think in my head. I told you I don't math. So I'm going to take these and I'm simply going to glue these images to this paper. If it's not perfect, it's not perfect, okay? We do not care. I need to make me a shirt that says I belong to the I do not care club, because I do not care. Now, how am I going to attach these? I don't know. Good question. Since it's slick, I think I'm simply going to use tacky glue. Honestly, I think I'm going to use tacky glue. So I'm going to glue, if I can keep that out of the way, glue this part. If I can get it to come down. I could have used Barely Art, but tacky glue is cheaper than Barely Art. And this is a lot of surface area. Now I could have used a glue stick, but honestly, I don't know that it would stick because it's a slick surface, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna stick this on here, line it up. You do have some wiggle room with your, that's another reason you have wiggle room with this one. And I'm gonna take, not that squeegee, yeah, I can use that squeegee. I'm gonna take the squeegee and I'm gonna squeegee it out. You know what? That leaves wetness on my paper, and I do not like that. I don't like that tacky glue. I'm just going to let that dry, and I'm going to do that to all of them. I switched to Aleene's Industrial because that was wet, and I don't want that on there. I don't want that on that side. I want it on this side. I'm covering up all the ugly with the paper. You still have your wiggle room. Oh, we got a lot of trimming. I don't know what was straight and what's not, but something was off. I guarantee it was probably the bag, not the calendar. I don't know. It is Dollar Tree. So, now if you don't have anything on the other side, it really doesn't matter, but this is working out a whole lot better. So I'm going to use the glue stick to stick these down. Okay, I've got them all on there, and I chose the ones that had like the wilderness background, like if you would be camping, and not so much of the flowers. Well, I mean, I do have the flower, but I had to get my bird's tail. But you know, you see, I guess that one would have worked. But I got 8 of them. Okay, there's 8 here. So now I'm gonna take this and my finger knife, and I am going to go around here, and I'm going to slice off stuff that does not belong. because they come out crooked. So, yeah. So I'm just going to slice them up, even them up. Whoops, tear them up. The glue's still wet, so it kind of tore it. No big deal. Then I'm going to take this corner puncher. I got this from Annie at Annie's Crafts on Whatnot. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this in there and I'm going to make my tags. Okay. Now, if you don't have one of these, you can use a credit card and make a template and then just cut your tag off using your knife. But if I have a puncher, I did that before I had a puncher. So I'm going to cut all these, even them up, and then punch my corners. Okay. Okay, so I'm taking my corner rounder, and I'm rounding off my corners. Now, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. I just thought it would add some character to my tags. If I could cut them right, it would be amazing. Oh my goodness. You ever have one of those if it could go wrong, it will days? Yeah, well, today was that day. I tried to film earlier and it rained so loud, you would have never been able to hear me. So I was like, I'll just wait. Alright. Let me show you on the farm. Look at the pumpkins. So cute. So when I cut them out, I'm not gonna do these, but I am gonna do the edges of my fire a little bit with some vintage photo to kind of get off that white. And these most definitely aging these up a little bit because they are stark white, and I just don't like that. Y'all know I don't like that. So there we go with that. Maybe I will darken the s'mores just a little because it would look totally funny if I didn't. So just the edges. So let's take these three. We'll put these to the side. Let's work with these three right now. So what I'm going to do is I don't want to do a whole lot to it. I do have to cover this up. So I'm going to take my Barely Art glue and I am going to put this on here and glue these down. Now, if I'm leaving them kind of blank, if someone wants to alter them more, they're more than welcome to do so. Now, I want this tucked under here a little bit, so I'm going to glue it real quick and get it on down. And it doesn't matter what month you're putting in there. And then I'm going to glue my s'mores right there. And this one says, just here for the s'mores and the spicy fall hotcakes. I don't know how that's snarky, but whatever. It honestly gave me one with the B word, and I was like, no, sir, no, Gemini. That's not going to work, buddy. So to remedy this, let me get this even, first of all. I got a hole punch, and then I've got this orange twine. I got this, oh my gosh, I don't know where I got that. I ain't even gonna lie to you and tell you where I think I got it, because I don't have a clue. Let me see. This goes from here to almost 2, so it'll be about right. Let me get a pencil, not that thing. It'll be about right here somewhere. So I'm just going to go in there, and this is not a big one. I got this at Hobby Lobby, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to punch my little hole, and I will get some things to go in there and use my crocodile. But I'm going to cover this, so I'm going to take a little wooden button out of my stash, and I'm going to glue a button right there because I have to cover that up. I have to cover that up with something. So a button it is, and I'm going to use, well, I'll just use my Barely Art. I don't think it's going to go nowhere. I could have put a bow up there, but if it's cozy, campfire, we're just going to use a button. Now, I don't really know much to do with these. Honestly, I do think that I need to do my edges because I'm just used to doing my edges, I guess. I don't know, but it looks funny. It doesn't look right without this being on there. Just like I said, I'm used to it, so it's what we're going to do. So now I will just simply cut a little piece of this. Now let me remember, Lord willing, about as long as my ruler, and I'll have that ready. Now let me go get some things for this. Okay, I actually used my crocodile to make the hole. Okay, and then I used one of these larger size brown to put in there, and I'll do another one and show you how I do it in case you don't know. Let me put this little sucker up. Now, I'm like I said, I'm not doing a lot to these. When someone gets them, they can add to it, and all I'm going to do to this is put it in through the hole, and then take my fingers, go in the hole, grab the string, and pull it through, and that's it. That's my tags. So let me make one more. Now, I'll be honest with you, I was going to take some of this, okay, and this is just, I call it gauze. I think that's what it is, but you get it at Hobby Lobby. It reminds me of a mess. Now, I was going to take this, I was going to put it right here. I was going to put the fire in the middle of this, but it just didn't make sense to me. I mean, it just didn't look right. So, now I got it stuck to me. So let me ink up my fire, and I always glue this in the middle. Let me ink up a calendar here. And I'll pop it in the side. Oops. And then, let me see. It's more fun than your autumn aesthetics. Not really. That's funny. That's funny. Alright, now, let me measure this again because I don't want them not even. Alright, so I need to go about right here. So this is what you missed. I'm going to take my crocodile, and it's on the bigger side here. And I'm going to go where my dot is. And I'm going to punch my hole. And then I'm going to take one of these brown things, eyelets, pop it in, and then you take that and put it on your crocodile like that right there. And then you just squeeze. And it pops it right on there for you. I think it's sharp, so I take a little, I call it a pecker hammer, and I peck it down and flatten it down. And if it's still sharp, then I'll rub a little hot glue over it. And then I just cut my string. And pop it in through the front, grab it, pull it up. And I forgot to do my card. I am so bad about that. Or my tag, I meant. Here I'm making fall cards. So I'm going to do all of them, and I'm keeping them simple. Oh, and I'm going to glue my little button on the top here in the corner. I didn't have to do it, but I did it on the other one, and I don't want one to be different, so I'm just going to pop that little button on there and pray it sticks. This is smarter. When you get one, y'all probably already knew this, but I didn't think about it. Just put it on there, draw around it, and get that out of the way. Then all you gotta do is punch them. Well, make sure they line up right. It's pretty much right. If you knew that, cool. If you didn't, you're welcome. Okay, y'all, here is the final reveal. I did 10 total. These 5 have different buttons than the other ones. But this is so cute. These are my favorite. They actually have the houses or the farms, barns, whatever. But this one says sweater weather. More like, don't talk to me before s'mores weather. I think that's funny. But anyway, that one has a little August calendar, and then there's what that one says. Sorry for what I did when I was thinking about s'mores. Just here for the s'mores and the spicy fall hot takes. These are basically all the same, except I like the barn and the pumpkins in that one a lot. And I like the barn in this one. Oh, this one. My love language is s'mores and a heavy dose of sarcasm. And then this one says, more fun than your autumn aesthetic. Not really. I might have said that wrong, but that's how I always pronounce it. And then these other 5 have that saying. And this one. And see the different button. And then this one. And then you have this one. And then that one. That's cute. I'm not difficult. I'm just crafted with character and s'mores. But these have more of the floral type. And I don't know about it. I just don't think a fire would be in the middle of flowers. I just don't know. But that was what the calendar was. So here we are. But I didn't do a lot to them, like I said, because people can add to them when they purchase them, if they purchase them. And yeah, so I left that open for them, and the back is totally just where they can write on it. Okay, I left that for them too. If they want to decorate that, they can. But anyway, there's all my little tags. Don't forget the rest of the collaborators in the calendar girls, and Jessica and Tiffany. They will all be linked in my description box. Okay, thank you so much for watching. You are a blessing. Goodbye.